Alright, y'all, listen, we gotta have a little chat. So, it's a new day, but unfortunately, it's the same old situation. You know, shout out Motley Crue here, but we're gonna be talking about yet again some stupid people on the internet. I'm sure it'll be oh so educational. Specifically, someone who's been getting busy in the worst ways, doing a little hoeing, if you will. The quote-unquote main character here goes by the name of Taylor Madison. Now, without spoiling the details here, let's just say she's big mad. We've got lots to discuss, so if you're new around here, like, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. Let's just go ahead and see what this woman has been up to.
I left my boyfriend and I've been traveling for 10 days and I've slept with 22 people in that 10 days.
Oh, brother!
My goal was 20 and I just hit 22 this morning. It's 1 p.m. now here in Paris and I need to check out because I'm going home. I really doubt I'm going to get another one on the board, either on the plane or like on my layover. So I think 22 is where we're going to cap it out, but how did I go?
If you want my honest opinion, I don't think that's a really good question for me. You know, I don't really feel like I'm certified. Perhaps ask your father. I'm sure he's got a good answer for you. So as you can see by the video and by the title of this article, TikToker slut-shamed after sleeping with 22 guys on 10-day vacation to get over her ex. An Australian woman who bedded 22 men during a recent 10-day vacation has shared her horror at being horrifically slut-shamed online. Taylor Madison is a sex worker for Newcastle who has amassed a following detailing her life as an adult content creator. Alright man, it seems like I'm a goddamn parrot at this point, and I know I say this a lot here on the channel, but my god, an Australian woman, again? Okay, I'm gonna need some of y'all Aussies to step in and tell me what the fuck it is that's going on over there, because I feel like the last couple of critters we've discussed over here have all been from the land down under. You know, this is no longer a one-off thing, and we need answers. But anyway, yeah, she's one of these adult content creators that, you know, does what she does and then is shocked by the consequences, you know, the horrors. Let's keep reading though. After experiencing a recent breakup, Madison jetted off to Europe, later revealing in a video that she'd slept with multiple men to get over her ex. Her candid admission quickly went viral after it was shared by a self-titled woke influencer who dishes controversial dating advice to men about how to treat women. Freddie MC, who has almost 1 million followers across Instagram and TikTok, shared his thoughts on Madison's video, outrageously claiming that her antics made her, quote, a disgrace to her whole bloodline. What ensued was a cruel and disturbing avalanche of hate toward the 25-year-old from men who branded it evidence that we're dealing with the worst generation of women in history. Madison told news.com.au she's used to being criticized due to the nature of her work, but said this onslaught felt like an attack on her for being a woman who is open about her sexuality. I try and block out most of the negativity, but on this scale, it's hard to ignore, she said. So first and foremost, brother, ex-boyfriend, yeah, you dodged a bullet, me boy. You served your country proud. If your ex-girl putting herself out there to 22 different people in the course of 10 days immediately after your breakup, I don't know really what to tell you. She wasn't ever your girl, and I'm gonna just leave it at that. That really does tell you a lot about the overall character in the previous relationship we're dealing with here, doesn't it? I mean, fresh off the breakup, you ain't gonna see me talking to other girls for a while, let alone smashing, you know, no chance. In this bitch, we bumping a little bit of Juice WRLD on repeat on some all girls are the same type shit, you feel me? To hop right back in the ring is absolutely bananas. And normally this type of thing only happens as some sort of revenge tactic, but that doesn't really seem to be the case here in this instance. So the whole thing is just really a head scratcher. Probably for the content most likely, but let's keep it 100 here for a second. No one that's subscribed to you are there for the plot. They're there to see some ass, you feel me? Thankfully, Madison has developed a thick skin, yeah, clearly, largely due to the fact she cops nasty comments about her profession every single day. Sex is just a part of life. I don't think it's anything to be ashamed about. My loved ones know me and what kind of person I am in real life. My online character is just there to build my business, she explained. So, couple of things. Like I said, thick skin. I don't know. I mean, you're on here posting pictures of your ass, gleefully bragging about how right after a breakup, you smashed 22 different dudes. And then you're like expecting to be praised for it. Like what did you expect? I don't know. That's like me not going to the gym and like recording a video of myself just fucking mukbanging some shit, just taking back 20 Big Macs or some shit, eating that Lizzo meal. And then expecting people to not call me a fat fuck. Like, what? Like, I don't understand how you can sit there and post this kind of content and then expect people to just be like, oh, yes, queen, or slay, girl. I mean, there are people that do that, but I don't understand how you can expect men to just praise you for it. Like, that's really weird. If you're doing this as a career, you have to be aware that there are consequences for your actions, that people are gonna talk shit. Not only that, but I think it's funny how she goes on this little rant about how, oh, I don't have to feel ashamed about this, and my loved ones know what kind of person I am in real life. It almost kind of like implies that she knows this type of thing is immoral, and she's trying to justify it by her good behavior in the real world. I don't know, it's almost like she's outing herself, but I digress. A study published in the National Library of Medicine found that greater numbers of sexual partners are positively correlated with boys' peer acceptance, but negatively correlated with girls' peer acceptance among younger generations. Males tend to be rewarded and praised for constant sexual activity, whereas females are stigmatized for these behaviors. And look, I get where this argument is coming from. I kind of get it, but it's got a couple of flaws here. So when it comes to dating and having sex, I'm gonna be honest, girls just have it easier. I think the best way to put it is, in this world, both men and women have their advantages and their disadvantages, right? Like, for example, I don't know, women, when it comes to dating, when it comes to having sex, it's easier for them. But then, for example, girls, when they go and step outside at night, walking alone, it's kind of a disadvantage for them. So it's kind of like that, there's pros and cons to being a man or a woman, right? Not only that, but most people that are men don't go around, again, recording themselves on TikTok, talking about how they just smashed a bunch of girls, right? Like, that's not really the norm. It seems like that happens a lot with women. That doesn't happen a whole lot with guys. When it comes to guys, we kind of keep it in our friend group, right? Like, oh, I smashed this bitch. And then it doesn't really leave our circle, right? But I definitely understand where they're coming from with this argument. And that's not to say that a woman's going to be unfairly judged from time to time, but I just don't fully agree with this argument. Again, I see where they're coming from, though. I understand the sentiment. But unfortunately here, she's not the only one that we're here to make fun of today, because the story gets even a little, dare I say, interesting here. So the young entrepreneur who previously went viral when she discovered her stepdad subscribed to her online business also revealed her ex is aware of her escapades following their breakup and was fine with it. He knows the in and outs of my job and my life and thinks it's hilarious, Madison said. He hates to see the negative comments and the way people treat me. But at the end of the day, he knows me in real life and we can completely detach from the drama. She also declared that the backlash had done little to quell her appetite to bed multiple partners. I'm going to continue whether you like it or not. Yes, queen, tell him. Speak your truth. But no, I've got to talk about a couple of things. So first and foremost, who the hell is this stepdad, bro? And why is he subscribing to her online business? Like, bro, seriously, bro, whose man's? What the fuck? Dude, I swear that is wild. We got to have a chat because this is absolutely unhinged behavior. And I want to step away from the stepdad here for a second to talk about the ex-boyfriend too, because that is crazy too. They just break up. He sees this video of her smashing 22 other dudes and he just says, just a day in the life, right? Like, what? Come on, man up, have some self-respect for yourself. That's crazy. He talks about how he hates to see the negative comments and the way people treat her. It's like, bro, do you not see how she's treating you? She just broke up with you and then she's out here acting like this. Like, that's gotta be embarrassing, bro. All I'm saying is, if I was in a similar boat, I'd be going to the store looking for which caliber bullet I want to put through my head, because that is absolutely crazy. I couldn't live with myself at that point. I feel like he's just playing the long game, right? Like, he's hoping that maybe they can get back together, you know, maybe he can be one of those, you know, plethora of men that get the smash from time to time. That's really what I'm thinking. You know what, young man? I didn't recognize your game. You know he over here looking like this, though, as he's typing that out. Like, come on, man. Pull yourself together. But real talk for a second, you know, all jokes aside, if their relationship is apparently, you know, so smooth sailing like this, you know, no hard feelings and whatnot, why did they break up in the first place? Because, like, clearly he still cares about her and she can recognize that. So it's like, why the fuck did they break up in the first place? Dude, this generation is so cooked, I swear to God. Like, I can't. That's why you're probably just gonna see me being single for the rest of my life. I got that skibbity riz, bro, but it's honestly just not enough when these hoes be trifling, man. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the video, guys. Just one more thing I kind of want to touch upon is, like, you notice how they started referring to her as like a businesswoman and an entrepreneur? Like, we need to stop with all of that. Like, you're showing pictures of your asshole, you know, it ain't that deep. We gotta stop making stupid people famous, and we gotta do it together as a collective unit, you feel me? And to all the fellas out there, stay safe out there.
It's an evil world we live in.
But guys, thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, rating, subscribe, leave a comment, all that. And I'm out. Later.